Hello and welcome everybody to the Red Couch of Publish Industry, our web talk live at Electronica. I'm Christian Fischbach. I'm the editor-in-chief of E&E Fascination of Electronics. And today we're talking about smart home and the Internet of Things. New applications lead to new demands on microcontrollers. My guest today is Reza Kasirani, Vice President and General Manager, Microcontroller Business Unit at Atmel. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Christian. Thank you for inviting me to be here, and it's a pleasure to be here and be able to talk to you.
Smart homes are strongly connected to the Internet of Things. And the Internet of Things is predicted to be one of the most growing markets in the world of electronics. How will this development change the way we live and affect us?
Okay. So, as you mentioned, we expect the Internet of Things to become an ever-expanding market. It is going to affect our lives in every aspect of it, either from a medical point of view, through medical devices, health point of view, health monitoring, sports. Internet of Things is going to affect the way we connect through our workplaces, factories, as well as our homes. So we are looking at an expanding market in which we expect to see billions of devices to eventually be connected to the internet, hence the term Internet of Things. We expect to see this progression or the deployment of the connected devices to the internet, which has already started, to continue to accelerate. The expectations are beyond 2020, we see in a range of about 20 to 50 billion connected devices to the internet. Definitely, smart homes is going to be a very important part of this industrial revolution, where we expect to see many aspects of our homes to be connected. I mean, if you look at a typical house. In most of our houses, we have thermostats that control the environment. We have lighting. We have doors, windows that need security. We have our appliances for either doing washing, or we have our cooking appliances for cooking. So there are many devices that we use our homes today. We are normally not connected. What we expect to happen is, as time goes on, we will see all these devices to start getting connected to the cloud. And through that, we gain the ability to control those devices in such a way that we can control them either within the house or remotely outside the house, hopefully with the intention to give us a better control on our security, a better control on the energy consumption and the economical aspect of how much money we spend to manage our household, and also with a better ability to be able to monitor our house when we are not in our house, so we can control to see, for example, who is coming to our door or who is even coming inside our house, how we can turn on and off the machines which are in the house while we are not home. So there are going to be many of those things that will enable us to actually have a more economical and a more green environment as we live our lives.
So you're talking in the future tense, and we're talking about the Internet of Things for quite a while.
Yeah.
How did it take so long till this whole complex gained momentum now?
So I think it's important to say, from my point of view, Internet of Things has already started. We see it today in some aspect of our lives. If you look at the Internet of Things, I can really look at three different segments. To bring this whole IoT together, you need to look at devices that need to be connected. You need to look at gateways that are a medium through which a device gets connected, and then you need to look at the cloud that eventually the device gets connected to. Like anything else, for the IoT to happen, this entire ecosystem needs to come together. We need technologies that enable devices to be connected. We need gateways. If you look at the gateways, there are going to be predominantly two gateways which are going to enable us, for example, in a smart home to connect: smartphones and Wi-Fi gateways, or the routers. It has been just in recent years that the smartphones have become a commonly used device. And in fact, we expect about 3 billion of the population in the world to have access to a smartphone. Routers have started to show up in our homes in the last 5 to 10 years, wireless routers, correct? We expect 50% of the households worldwide to have wireless routers. So we needed the ability of the gateway to happen before we can actually connect the device to the gateway that eventually gets connected to the cloud. And the last piece is, as those devices are getting connected to the cloud, we need to have the ability to manage those devices through the cloud. So we need companies and entities to develop cloud-based device management services, the ability to manage data exchanges between the devices and the cloud, and the ability to provide services. So the reason it is taking time, like anything else, is that entire ecosystem needs to come together. But I would like to stress that the whole trend of IoT and connectivity and those services has already started. We do expect it to accelerate, like anything else, as this ecosystem eventually comes together.
Talking about this development, Atmel contributes microcontrollers and wireless connectivity to the Internet of Things. How are you working on this? Are you working together with OEMs to develop these applications, working together?
So in Atmel, we have, if I look at the category of the products, technologies that we provide through Atmel, we have our controllers and processors. We have the ability to provide wireless or wired connectivity technology. And definitely we have also ability to provide security, because security is going to be yet another very important part of this whole IoT. We have a lot of partnerships and collaborations with our customers, who we consider our OEMs, who are using our devices and creating products either for home connectivity, smart homes, for medical applications, health or sports applications, or for factory connectivity. So we do work with different customers within this whole IoT spectrum to create those devices.
Picking out the smart home devices, what are the special demands on semiconductors these devices have?
So there are usually a few key features which are the requirements of, let's say if you take the case of the smart home, that are required to enable that type of connectivity to the cloud. I think naturally you need to have an embedded processing unit which can manage the heart of the device. Wireless connectivity is becoming extremely important technology. And the wireless connectivity, the characteristics and the expectations of it really varies by region, because some of us live in homes which are only formed of one floor and are made by wood. Some of us live in homes which are 2 or 3 floors and built by cement and bricks. So the whole ability to be able to transmit the signals across the entire house, and the protocol and the type of wireless technology is becoming yet another aspect of how we can provide that ability. Some devices have to be connected to a wireless router through a Wi-Fi wireless. Some devices have to work in a mesh network, like a lighting mesh network that may require a Zigbee type technology. Some devices need to be connected to our smart devices, smart mobile devices, so we need to have the ability to provide Bluetooth technology. So these are some of those abilities. In addition to that, based on the type of products we're talking about, the human interface, the HMI interface, becomes very important. That could be either a touch interface, or could be a voice command type of an interface. So these are some of the key characteristics that we have to provide. For security reasons, and in order to prevent anybody through the cloud to break into our home, to open our door lock, electronic door lock, or to turn our machines on and off, just through the internet and through the cloud, security is becoming very important. So the ability to provide security encryption to prevent those type of attacks to happen in our households yet become another important part of the technology that we have to provide.
So if this technology gets closer to us, is wearables the next step, and is this even more challenging for a microcontroller?
So definitely wearable is again another trend in the IoT which has already started. It is definitely one of those very exciting areas that we do expect to see the whole technology for the wearables to really evolve over time. I was listening to the previous presenter here who was talking about the printed circuits for the wearables, so you can already see the ideas of providing flexible circuitries is becoming very important. If I want to put a few key characteristics of those devices for the wearables, I would say wearables inherently require an extremely low power consumption, because many of those wearables have to last a long time on a battery, some on a coin battery for even a long time. So the power consumption, the ability to wirelessly connect with a very low power, again, that is becoming a very second important characteristic of the wireless. The next thing is the footprint. Wireless devices by default have to have a very small footprint. The next most important thing for the wearables is the ability to collect information from different sensors that we will have to connect to. For example, wearable devices eventually are expected to control, to measure your motion, the number of steps you take, if you're going up the stairs, for navigation, what we call the pedestrian navigation. Wearable devices are expected to be a source to even control, to measure the pollution in the environment, the temperature in the environment, the sunlight and the sun radiation in the environment. So the ability to collect those sensor inputs and manage those sensor inputs. So the role of the software fusion and the sensor fusion is becoming very important. So it's wireless technology, low power technology, sensor fusion technology, and the ability to have a very small footprint which can fit in a wearable device. So these are all important characteristics of a wearable technology.
Sounds like a lot of interesting developments we'll see there.
It does.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.